So today we are going to be learning all about the ARC of New Jersey's Family Institute program. We are joined today by Lisa Ford. Lisa is the director of the ARC of New Jersey's Family Institute. Lisa's vision for the Family Institute has resulted in the program becoming the go-to place for information for families caring for a loved one with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Lisa has made it her life's work to help families find the necessary information needed to navigate through the system. She does this by talking with families, listening to what their needs are, and connecting them to the help that they need. Prior to her role as Senior Director of the Institute, Lisa worked as a navigator for the ARC of New Jersey's Planning for Adult Life program, which you might have seen in one of our previous webinars. That program helps students with IDD transition out of their educational entitlement and into the adult world. Before joining the ARC, Lisa taught for 17 years in both the classroom and as a special education itinerant teacher in New York. She obtained a Master of Science in Special Education and a Bachelor of Science in Education from Wagner College. Lisa, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it, and I'm very excited to learn even more about the Family Institute.
Thanks, Erin. Thanks for having me this afternoon. Thanks, Frankie and Bianca, for jumping on here as well to listen to my whole spiel about the Family Institute. So the Family Institute's been around now, I believe it's 14 years. I kind of took the helm of the whole thing in 2014. And when figuring out what to do with the Family Institute, I put on my, I guess my mom hat. So years ago, Erin mentioned that I was a special education itinerant teacher. And so I got to work with students 3 to 5 to figure out, what they needed within the classroom, outside the classroom, in their home. And I would help them through all the different things that they needed to prepare or prepare themselves for when they got to kindergarten. And so, it was a lot of fun. I loved doing it. But one of the biggest things that I did when I was doing that program was I was working with families. And I saw the need that families didn't know how to navigate through the system. And so when creating the Family Institute, I looked at what I saw that families needed. And then when we're doing anything with the Family Institute, creating a fact sheet or a podcast or a go bag, I'm thinking about all the different things that need to be on our website or in that go bag or on the fact sheet to help families navigate through the system. So I hope this helps a little bit with figuring out what you might need, again, with navigating the system. So the Family Institute provides families with resources, education, to give them the opportunity to access appropriate supports and services for their loved one with an intellectual and a developmental disability. So our program has a bunch of information. So, and I think I even have a slide for this, but our website is a comprehensive website with a lot of information. Everything that I'm going to talk about today is on our website. When I tell families, if I go out to a provider fair or if I'm doing a training, I'll talk to families to make sure that they're visiting our website or on our email list. And then I'll have families tell me, oh, yes, I've visited the website, and yes, I'm on the email list. But the thing about the Family Institute is that we have our own website and we have our own email list. So, and I will talk about this further as we go along in the presentation. But I want to make sure that you know that, yes, the ARC of New Jersey has a website, but the Family Institute does as well. And we are big into archiving everything. So everything that we'll talk about today here is up on our website. When we're sharing information, we do that through many different ways. We do email updates about important issues and action alerts for upcoming legislation. Some of those things are in our newsletter. All of that is up on our website. If we're sending out information through Constant Contact, it's there as well. We have information through our fact sheets, go bags, navigation at a clip, and our county roadmaps. So our fact sheets, any fact sheet that we've created, or a fact sheet that maybe we found out there through another agency, we put up on our website. So we have fact sheets from how to get involved with early intervention all the way to planning for end of life. And so you'll want to go over there and take a look at the fact sheets. You can download them. You can take a look at them on our website. Within the fact sheets, there's also links and things that can help you through that process. So we have, like I said, the fact sheet about early intervention. So it explains early intervention, how to start the process. And then there are a bunch of resources, like I said, within that fact sheet. We have go bags from, again, early intervention to end of life planning. We have a DDD go bag, an IEP go bag, supports program go bag. And that was one of the things that years ago when I started the program and I had to figure out what I wanted it to be about and what I wanted on our website so families could go quickly and take the information when they needed it. So my son, my oldest son played hockey. And so if any of you have your children in any sports, you know that it's time consuming. And so a lot of the time I was sitting at the at the ice watching him play, but also sitting there and my mind's always going. And I was like, I need to find something that I can create, put it up on our website, and families can say, oh, you know what? For example, I need some information about guardianship, but I don't know where to go for that. So I thought about preppers and I said, they have these go bags where they put all the things they need in one bag and they can take it and go and use it when they need it. And so I thought I could create go bags about different topics. And so, like I said, we have a guardianship go bag, a DDD go bag, and we're always adding information to it. So you want to make sure that you go over and take a look at those, because you might find something that you need that you didn't know you need or you couldn't find. You're going to find it in that go bag. And the great thing is, if we have a fact sheet about the topic in the go bag, we put them in the go bags as well. Our navigation at a clip is these different movies, again, that we might have about a topic. So if you're looking to learn more about your son or your daughter's individualized education plan, their IEP, we have a navigation at a clip video for you to follow to figure out how to maybe, for example, go through the IEP. We also have county roadmaps. There you'll find information, resources, things that you can go take a look at and pull from for your county. So you want to go over there. We have one for, like I said, every county. We have a monthly e-newsletter where most of the programs here have newsletters, but if you're receiving those and you're not receiving the Family Institute, you want to make sure that you receive ours as well. And the way in which you do that is if you sign up for our email list, and you'll receive our e-newsletter. We send it out once a month. We try not to bombard people with lots of emails, but we do send that out once a month. And then information about what we're doing here at the Family Institute monthly. We also do resource referrals. So we do individual advocacy, systems advocacy, anything that a family needs to navigate through the system, we try to help with that. So individuals and systems advocacy. So we're creating change on the local and state level that will benefit people with IDD and their families. We, again, provide one-on-one assistance to help families with navigating the system and with special education. And we have on our website a problem form that you can download, fill out, and send back to us. You can do that electronically. You can download a paper copy and scan it over to us. Let us know what your problem is, and then we'll get back to you to help out with that. The way in which we engage family is through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And then we attend our resource fairs as well. We're getting a lot of calls for in-person resource fairs, which is great. And so you can look on our event calendar where that information might be. And then if you're looking to take a look at our Facebook and Twitter pages and Instagram pages, if you go to our website at the bottom, it'll take you right there and you can like and join those as well. And then we do lots of training and education. And like I said, when we do webinars, podcasts, some presentations, we do college tours. You can find all that on our website. So if you were looking for example, a college tour, so there's programs here in New Jersey that are for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And what we try to do is we try to do tours of most of them, as many as we can throughout the year. So families can take a look at what the options are for their loved one who might be leaving school or is ready to leave school, but wants to attend college, but isn't ready maybe to attend um, college, but needs something before that. The college programs that are in some of the colleges here in New Jersey can help with that. So if you go over to our website too, we have a whole page dedicated to these college programs. And then if you go to our fact sheets, we have about, I think, 2 fact sheets that talk about the different college programs again here in New Jersey. All of our webinars that we've done are archived and on our website. So take a look at those. They're wonderful. And then we've got podcasts that we do. So there are these 15-minute snippets where we ask questions about different things that might be important that we think families need to know. We did podcasts with different agencies so you could learn more about what other agencies are doing here in New Jersey. We've done podcasts with the support coordination agencies that are here in New Jersey. There's like 180. We haven't done that many, but we try to add as many as we can throughout the year so families can learn a little bit more about the support coordination agencies that they might need to utilize if they're receiving DDD services. And then workshops and presentations, like I said, we have Zoom workshops that we do, Zoom presentations, and again, those are all archived on our website. And you can find them on our event calendar too, if you were looking to register for one of them. So our newsletter, it talks about the governmental affairs update. It has a section for education information. There's a kids corner of different agencies that could be helpful for your loved ones with intellectual developmental disabilities. And then we do chapter highlights, where we highlight something every month that the chapter is doing that you might want to learn more about. So what you need to do, or you have homework when you're done with this, is I need you to go over and sign up for the Family Advocate so you can get all this information monthly from us. Okay, and then like I said, our website is so great because we try to make it user-friendly, comprehensive. Like I said, we like to archive. We're adding up-to-date information, changing the information that's already there if it needs to be changed. We have different ways to learn about the information. Like I said, we have videos, we have podcasts, we have webinars, several different outlets. And then we have just original content about the different topics. And then there's like website tools on there that can be helpful as well. Remember, I was telling you all about our go bags. So these go bags were created to be the best advocate you could be for your loved one with IDD. And so some of the topics here, and this isn't even all of them, we have the topics include ABLE accounts all the way to support coordination. We've added transportation, and now we've just added a Medicaid go bag. And so if you go over to our website under resources, you'll be able to see all these different go bags that are there. And they have lots, like I said, lots of great information, things that you might not know that you needed, but they are, they're there. Okay, next slide. All right, and then our county roadmaps, like I said, and we just updated these as well. And I try to share these with families, like if I'm sharing information about maybe a particular problem or issue you're having, I always try to send it to families as well, because it gives you a good overall view of what's in your county. And then we break it up to all ages, over 18, over 21, under 21. And those are some of the agencies that you want to get involved with, where we might have Special Child Health Services on there. We have the Division of Developmental Disabilities on there. Every chapter, the family support staff that you'll want to reach out to if you're looking for more information from them as well. Next slide. Our fireside chats, this was something that I put together a couple of years ago because, COVID hit and we were looking for different ways to reach our families. We weren't able to get out there in person, so I was looking for ways that I could share information, share resources, and this was one of the things that I created then. So we have these great fireside chats. They're during the fall and winter seasons, and we're starting them up this September. We have one in a couple of weeks. If you go to our event calendar, like I said, you'll be able to take a look at that. But some of the examples that we have on our website is a series with the ombudsmans. Planning for Adult Life did a fireside chat with us. The Division of Disability Services, Plan New Jersey, and the Catastrophic Illness and Children Relief Fund. We've done some with our healthcare advocacy program, where that was a discussion about Medicaid and SSI. So you'll want to go over and take a look because we archive all of it. So you'll want to go over and take a look at the fireside chats. Here is our calendar. So we have a whole bunch of calendars on our website. We started this, I would say, about 2 years ago as well. So families would call and they'd say, we need more information about a particular topic. And they were looking for links and they were looking for places that they could get some services and some supports. And so we created a calendar about every month about a different topic. So like, for example, this one here is 30 driver training resources for individuals with IDD. If you go over and take a look at that, you'll be able to see all these different resources about driver training. And then it gives you the opportunity to click on the link and see if that might be something that you'd be interested in learning more about. And I think there was on there, and I don't see it here, and maybe it's just the way in which it's being shared, but there was like a list of the different calendar of events. But if you, like I said, if you go to our website, just because it says September of 2023, we archive it. So if you go to the calendars, which I believe is under resources, you'll be able to see all the different calendars that we've done in the last couple of years. Okay, and then we have My Binder, which I love. And the reason why I came up with this is that we are getting calls all the time from families who don't necessarily know what they should have in their folder or in their binder about their loved one. What information do they need? If, for example, they were getting ready to apply for the Division of Developmental Disabilities, there's a bunch of documents that are needed to send in with that application. And so My Binder gives you this one pager about all the DDD documents that are needed when you're applying for DDD. And so what we've done is we've taken that one pager, and we tell families all the time, when you're creating a binder of information about your loved one that you're going to need throughout the years, you might have to go back and look at something or pull something out. This gives you that option of just checking off all the different things that you'll need to have in that binder, all the different DDD documents you'll need to have in your binder. If your loved one is going through the Division of Vocational and Rehabilitation Services, all the different documents that you need when you're working with them, IEP documents, Perform Care documents, Social Security documents. So you want to make sure that you go over, print that one pager, put it in your binder, and make sure you have all those things in one place. Quick Notes is another thing that we created years ago. So I will get calls from families who are looking for individual support or help. And so one of the things that I get calls about is that families are struggling with figuring out the DDD process. And they might have started the application process, and now they're looking to see where they are there and what they're doing. And so what we've done is that we've created this quick note to share with families that if you are working with, for example, the Division of Developmental Disabilities, and your loved one was assigned a case manager, your loved one was assigned a number, you can put that on the quick note. So then when you're calling different agencies, or if you're calling DDD, that one pager will have their DDD ID number, their Medicaid number, their SSI information. It'll have the name of the case manager that you're working with. And so all of that stuff is on one page. And it's been very helpful for families to just pull that, put it in their binder. And then if they need it, they can find it and they don't have to go through all their other paperwork. We do that with IEP meetings as well. Phone calls that maybe you've made with the case manager or the child study team. And then again, the same thing with the children's system of care. So it just keeps all that critical information in one place. We also have something called the Family Advisory Committee. And so this is a real important part of the Family Institute because we meet 3 to 4 times a year to discuss a variety of topics, share information, and then to hear from families who are out there doing it all, navigating the system, of where they might see issues or things that maybe we need to work on, help them with, help other families. And so we identify all these different needs and goals among the families, and then we work on that throughout the year. We develop strategies to increase the effectiveness of the ARC of New Jersey Family Institute. We provide feedback, and then they let us know about issues, like I said, that are expressed by other families. So we might have 14 people on our committee, but we want to hear from other families, of course. And so we're asking them to come back with what they're hearing out there in their community. And then the advisory committee makes recommendations and provides feedback. So if you are interested in joining our committee, you can always reach out to me. My information was on that first slide. I think you saw that first slide, but maybe Erin will take us back there at the end of this so you could take a look at it and let me know if you want to join. We have our children's advocacy, and I don't know if you've talked to the director of children's advocacy, but I thought I'd share this information. Her name is Adara Hahn, she's the director of children's advocacy. There's her email address. And she helps with early intervention, the children's system of care, special education, an education advocate, and systems advocacy. And then this is also on our website, but it's also on Adara's page as well. If you were interested in requesting an advocate for, maybe you're attending your IEP meeting or you're struggling with your school district and you need that added support, you can request somebody to either help you, again, attend the meeting or create an outline to use at your child's IEP meeting. She can make calls on your behalf where she's advocating with the school district. And then if you're just, what I've seen, and we've done a couple of different things around this topic, but I noticed that so many times families need help reviewing the IEP. They don't necessarily know how to read it. They don't know where to find things within it. So I know that in the past, I've done this with families where we'll review the IEP. And I believe Adara does the same thing where she reviews the IEP with a family. And then you just feel more comfortable when you're attending a meeting that you know how to go through it, you know how to pull things out of it. One of the things that I always tell families when they're reading their IEP or they're getting ready for the new school year is I tell them where to go in the IEP to pull out all their accommodations or modifications that are written within the IEP for their loved one. And so when their child goes to school, they make a copy of those accommodations and modifications and they take it with them to their first day of school. They give it to the teacher because while the teacher, yes, they need to make sure that they go over the IEP. It's just an easier way to make sure that all the accommodations are being met early on in the school year. So just a little tip that I like to share with families is make a copy of that if you can, and send it in with your student. One of the other things that we've created, so there's a supports manual that is from the Division of Developmental Disabilities, DDD. And the supports manual has hundreds of pages, and it's a lot of information. And one of the things we get lots of calls about is that, oh, you know, my loved one has DDD, but I don't know what services or supports they're entitled to. I don't necessarily know what I can ask for or what we can use his or her budget for. And so what we've done is we've created a fact sheet for each one of the DDD funded services available through the supports program. And so there's just two here are an example. So and even further than that. So yes, it goes through all of them. So for example, community-based supports, occupational therapy, but here it also gives examples of those supports, examples of that therapy. So when you're talking to your support coordinator and you're looking to use your son or your daughter's budget on something, you can look and see what examples are here on the fact sheet, and you can say that this is something that my son or my daughter would be interested in, and I'd like to see if we could use the budget for that. So we've created one for each one, like I said, of the funded services. If you go over to our website under resources, it would then be under fact sheets.
I know from firsthand that the Family Institute does so many things, and you're often a resource that our program gives to people because you are just so knowledgeable in a lot of different fields. And so if there's anybody who is here today that has any questions for Lisa, I would take advantage of having her here to ask any questions or if you have any comments on anything. But I would definitely recommend checking out their website and just kind of letting it take you where you need to go, because there is a lot of information on there as well.
Yes. And sometimes you might not have a question now, but if you do, please just reach out. Email's better. But if I don't have the answer, I will make sure I send you where you can get the answer.